Welcome inside another edition of TinChattin, everybody. I am Justin Prince. He is Mike Maahs. Mike, the TinCaps... the TinCaps decided to embrace their Hispanic heritage on Thursday night here.
Oh my
going
God.
as the Manzanas Luchadores de Fort Wayne. And as such, I've decided we are not going to be called by our real names either. I ran our names through a luchador name generator. I am now El Toro Grande, which means the large bull. And
That's a
you,
good
Mike,
name.
are Padre Peligroso. It means the dangerous father.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, this is what the internet gave us, Mike. And you know what? If the luchador mask works, we're going to keep wearing it. The TinCaps, Mike.
Yes.
Or should I say Manzanas? And should I say Padre instead of
Padre.
instead of Mike? The Manzanas, Mike, coming out with a big victory here on Thursday night. They got down early once again, but they rally in the 7th with 5 runs, and lo and behold, pick up win number 1 of the series with Beloit.
Yeah, Beloit, second best record in the Midwest League, starting play on Thursday night, leading the Western Division by a game and a half over South Bend. And they had won the first 2 games of the series 14-4 and 6-5. And Tuesday night was painful for the TinCaps because Beloit not only had 14 runs, they had a season-high 17 hits. And the TinCaps just, again, they couldn't get outs, they couldn't get hits. And on Wednesday night,
The offense came back a little bit.
The offense came a little bit. The TinCaps were down 3-0 early, rallied for 5 unanswered runs to lead 5-3, only to see Beloit score once in the 6th and 2 runs in the 7th to win 6-5. And here on Thursday night, twice the TinCaps had to rally from 3 runs down. Beloit put a 3 spot up on the board in the top of the 1st inning, and at one point later on, going to the bottom of the 7th, they led 5-2. And then lo and behold,
that big 5-run rally.
The TinCaps had 9 batters to the plate. They score 5 runs. They woke up the largest crowd of the season here at Parkview Field. It
was good to see all the people out.
Yeah.
Beautiful night for the baseball, and the crowd came out.
And then they got 2 more runs in the bottom of the 8th for some insurance. And for one of the rare times of this season, they got 4 shutout innings out of their bullpen.
Yeah, we've been saying it all year long, Mike. That was an area where this team needed to see some improvement, and obviously they struggled a little bit there Tuesday night, struggled a little bit on Wednesday, but it was good to see some good pitching out of the bullpen here on Thursday night.
And this is following up a series last week in suburban Cleveland where the TinCaps, they played spoiler. They took on Lake County, a team that they split 6 games here in Fort Wayne earlier this year. They go on the road to Classic Park. And the first 2 days of that series, scheduled days, were rainouts.
Yes, they were.
Which necessitated not 1 but 2 doubleheaders, which took place a week ago on Thursday and Saturday. And lo and behold, when all was said and done, TinCaps took 4 out of 6.
Yeah, first series victory for our boys.
And their win last Sunday knocked Lake County out of first place in the East.
Yeah, certainly playing some better baseball, which is a positive sign to see. Obviously, we saw it all last week, when they were actually able to finally play over in Lake County, Mike. Picking up, obviously, 4 wins, like we said, picking up their first series victory of the season. But the bats really came to life. They hit a lot of home runs, especially late in that series with Lake County. They hit a couple early in the series against Beloit. They hit 2 on Wednesday night again. Obviously did it on Thursday night without having to hit a home run, but still the bats are coming to life, and the power is certainly starting to show from this team. Nathan Martorella leading the way with 6 home runs.
They hit 11 home runs at Lake County last week, and that boosted them into 3rd place in the league starting play this week with 25 home runs. People don't realize, the pitchers' minds are fragile.
Yeah.
And if the offense can get the team out to a lead, it takes a lot of pressure off the pitchers, and they don't have to worry about trying to throw the quote-unquote perfect pitch. They can just rely on their natural talents have faith in their defense, and usually they play a lot better. And that's what happened at Lake County last week, taking the 4 out of the 6. So we're seeing some better defense. We're seeing the offense come to life. And also, we need to say thank you to Beverly and Double D for giving us some good weather.
Yeah, we've had a beautiful week here for
because we've had 2 great weather, 2 weeks of great weather for 2 of the 3 series we've had here.
Obviously, we got 3 games here left for the rest of this week. Again, seeing the Bats come to life a little bit. Hopefully that continues. And then, Mike, we hit the road once again next week.
6 games in Dayton, Ohio against the Dragons, who have been an up-and-down team this year. It's kind of funny because in the Eastern Division starting play this week, you had 3 teams, and the 3 teams being Lake County, Great Lakes, and West Michigan, who are fighting for first place, and the other 3 teams in the division, Lansing, Dayton, and Fort Wayne, fighting for 4th place.
Yeah.
TinCaps are still in the basement, but after the win on Thursday night, they are 10-20 through 30 games. If we get these 3 games in through the rest of this series with Beloit, that'll be the halfway mark of the first half for the quarter pole of this 132 game season. And honestly, realistically, the chances of making the playoffs as the first half division champion, they aren't really very good.
Nope.
But
that's why you get to play 2 halves.
You start playing better and you develop a chemistry and a rapport and a confidence in each other as teammates. The second half, anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, before we head out.
Yes, sir.
Staying in the luchador theme.
Yes, sir.
If you and I were to do a luchador wrestling match, who would win?
No mas, no mas.
Is that a pun on your last name, or?
No. You know what my nickname was in high school?
What?
My late brother nicknamed me Chicken because I wouldn't fight him because at the time he was 6 or 7 inches taller and about 50 pounds heavier than me.
You heard it here first, folks.
I had a column in the school newspaper my senior year of high school called Chicken Feed. Had a picture of me sandwiching in the middle of a broken eggshell. Blue and White was the name of the school paper in Farmington, Michigan. And there are times when that name applies very well to me. You and I wrestle, make sure someone's here to write the obituary for me because that'll be the end of my TinChattin days.
Well, Mike and I are about to go find out who's going to win this luchador wrestling mask.
We know who's going to win. We know who's going to win, especially with you wearing that mask.
Well, check back next week. I have to hide my identity, Mike. I'm a luchador now.
Is that what it is?
Check back next week for the results. Until then, he is Mike Maahs, a.k.a. Padre Pelagroso. I am Justin Prince, a.k.a. El Toro Grande. That was another edition of TinChattin. We're back next week. Elijah and I are back with more in the locker room after this.